So I had this dream, one of those dreams that just sticks with you, you know? Have you ever had one of these? Those dreams that you just can't get out of your head no matter what you do? I read in the book of Genesis that God used to walk with Adam in the cool of the day in the garden. This is where my dream starts, except only instead of Adam, it's just me and God. I'm walking through the garden, and God's pointing out all these things in the garden that He created, which, let's be honest, essentially is everything. But He's pointing out specific things that He knew that I'd be particularly fond of, almost as if He made them specifically for me. Almost. The way that He had a tree bend as it grew, and the pattern on the fur of one of the animals He made. The creativity and attention to detail that God used was beyond words. He then led me down a long set of steps that seemed to sink down into the heart of the garden, to a set of bronze gilded doors. He asked me to open them. I jump at the opportunity. Locked. What? Why in the world would God ask me to open a set of locked doors? Is this a cruel trick? An impossible test? Have you ever felt like this? Like God was asking you to do something that seemed outside of your capacity? After a few minutes of frantic maneuvering, I hung my head in defeat. I turned around to head back up the steps, only to see a giant key laying at the feet of the stairs. My heart leapt. I sprung into action, plunged the key into the lock, and quickly turned it. The doors let out a gasp, as if this were the first time in eternity that they had opened. A rumbling grew as the doors slowly swung open. The sound gave way to an enormous stampede of color and creativity as dozens of indescribable creatures flew and ran and slithered out the doors, up the stairs and into the garden. I can't even explain what it was like to see colors and textures and shapes that I didn't even know existed. To experience something outside the realm of imagination, especially for an artist. I had to know what the meaning of this dream was. What was the purpose? Here's what I came up with. God has storehouses of unbelievable creations just waiting for us to unleash into this world. As artists, creatives, and alchemists, it's our job to unlock these doors and usher in these new things into our lives and into our culture. Things that have yet to be seen, heard, felt, or even imagined. Too often as creatives, we're paralyzed by the pressure to create something new. It's essentially the holy grail for any artist. But the good news is that God has already done the hard work for us, and He's gifted us the keys and appointed us with the honor to be the ones who open the doors and allow His glory and His beauty to enter in. My prayer for you is that God brings you dreams. May He lead you to the doors and provide you with the keys that He's created just for you, and that He gives you the sheer bravery to believe that you are capable of opening these doors, and that God wants you to be His vessel that brings His love and His blessings to us all. May each of you push past your fears and your doubts. Take hold of your divine purpose. It's your time.